Blog Talk Radio.
Hello there, this is Great Inferno. Welcome again to my show, The Great Inferno Show. Today is Friday. TGIF, that's right. Thank goodness, it's Fernando. That's what I said. Well, today's segment, I'm going to be talking to comedian Billy Braddock. We are going to, what's buzzing today on the media and what's on the news. We're going to go through the about his, basically about his background and what he has to say on a couple of things. I would like to welcome him as soon as he calls in here. I should be able to interview him and just get to talk about, a lot of stuff here. Again, today is the 12th of December. Man, could you imagine? Whew! It's going to be 2009. A couple of days, man. It's a couple of weeks, I say. And, man, I don't know about you, but I have all the New Year's resolutions all listed. And I think the first one I would list it as I got to stop, or at least stop procrastinating. We all have that, but sometimes I feel like, man, I've done that, all that, procrastinated that in 2008. 2009, I believe that I'm going to, work on that a little bit. Yeah. You heard me right, and I want to spend more time with my family. That's what I want to do. And I know that's New Year's is not until in a couple of weeks here, but again, I have everything set up. And it's not even, let us not make that as a yearly thing. I hate that when people says I'm going to do this, I have my New Year's resolution and that. And just do it tomorrow. I started like a couple of weeks ago. I got to stop procrastinating a lot. Spend more time with the kids and the family and the wife. Focus more on my future. When you're 33 years old, that's basically all you can think of. And there's stages in life that you have to go through that. But enough about me. I want to bring on my guest here, this is Billy and Billy Braddock. Are you there, Billy?
Yeah, how you doing, Fernando?
Pretty good. I'm just talking about here about New Year's resolution. I know it's not New Year's yet, but like I said to my listeners, I already have my list of New Year's resolutions. You got yours?
I absolutely. You have to make a list every year. For me, it's usually the same list.
List like what?
I'm going to stop smoking, but you know what I mean? When you're at 4 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Eve day, you're laying in a corner somewhere, and the first thing you're looking for is a cigarette and a warm beer. That one's usually broken by 4 in the morning,
Well, that's the first thing that I did that way out years ago when I used to smoke, and I said, you know what, I'm going to stop smoking. But it takes at least 3 times for you to realize and say, wait a minute, I've been saying this all along. I got to stop smoking. So you finally do it, and I've done. It's a couple of years now, man. I used to smoke.
People have to be commended, for having the self-discipline to do, the right things. I mean, it's a lot. Don't smoke. Eat right, that kind of thing. Right. But I tried to quit smoking. I think the first time I tried to quit, I was 9. So,
so that didn't work for us. A couple of times now. No, Billy, can we learn more about you? I know that your name is Billy Braddock, right? Billy Braddock. That sounds like an action star, man. It's like like it's right along with Chuck Norris. Like Billy Braddock, starring Billy Braddock. That's like, I've always like your last name. Unlike my last name's like Poniente. It's like a typical, Filipino or Hispanic last name.
You're like Sidney Poniente.
Yeah, or Conti Kente, or
the Mexican black guy. What, like do muchacho with love, something like that.
Something like that. And one of the guy over there at the place I work, he calls me like Fernando, point at me. And he says, it's because he plays around with my name, point at me. I like that though. Fernando, point at me, No,
right, but it's names are hard, especially when you like start a new thing. Everybody wants to get a stage name, and of course, Billy Braddock is a stage name.
Right, right.
And I just took the last name. I tried to be like the Godfather, and it'd be like he came from Corleone, Sicily, and I come from Braddock, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
Billy
right. So, can you tell me more about you, man? It's like a lot of my listeners here just want to know who's this Billy Braddock, man. Go ahead, tell me more about you, man. Where you came from? How many wives you have right now, and how many porn star girlfriends that you have currently? Stuff like that.
Oh, I still do stand-up comedy, but I kind of took a year off.
Okay.
To do some writing. You get tired of, when you find a point where you're on stage and you're doing well and the people are enjoying it and having a good time, mm-hmm. and you're thinking to yourself while you're on stage, like, why are these people laughing at these jokes? This script is funny, but you don't. And it's time. Then it's really time to when you get bored with it, it's time to start writing. So I took a year off now to kind of get into a book that I was keep starting and not finishing, and a couple of scripts. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm doing some private gigs and that, but mostly I'm writing, doing research. I love to go to the show. Like I went to the show today to see The Earth Stood Still.
Okay.
Right. I like the older version.
Well, yeah, like I was like really like tiny, a little kid when I the older version of that. I suppose that who's in there? Who's that guy?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves in there. So is he like the alien guy, or is he?
Oh, hey, you know what?
You don't want to spoil it, but I want to know this.
Oh, no, I'll spoil it. You can't. No, I paid my money. I'll spoil it. No
you don't care. Go ahead.
Listen, if you don't want to hear what this movie's about, shut your computer off now. Okay?
Go ahead.
Walk in the other room. Don't lose the number. Anyway, you got Keanu Reeves in it, and in the original version you have Robbie the robot. He's just a robot that stands in front of the spaceship and blows shit out of the sky when he's supposed to, I guess. But and Keanu Reeves, which he's pretty much the only really the actor that I knew the name was, but there was times in the movie when I got confused on who was Robbie the robot or Ruby the robot.
Ruby the robot.
Ruby the robot and Keanu Reeves. I kept getting those guys mixed up. I guess his acting ability just was astonishing. He can play a robot that stands still, doesn't say nothing. Fine with me.
Oh yeah, animals can just do that. Now, so these are just similar as like the old one, or is this like maybe a
No,
spin-off?
some of the stuff kind of is, but basically, they so far brought it into today's thing that it basically doesn't really. I mean, it's good for a little while, but it kind of leaves you hungry. You
Right.
left you're unsatisfied, like they rushed it or something. And it kills me. Like they have to be very politically correct today in movies, which to me, I thought movies were supposed to be a fantasy. No, they got like the white stepmother with the black child, and I'm like, what everybody doesn't have a everybody in the world now doesn't have a multicultural, family. I mean,
right.
Certainly I do, having an Asian sister-in-law, which is really great when the argument starts. What? You fat boy!
I called you fat boy. That's
you leave now! I hate you!
Yeah, she tells you like she hated when she ate your when you eat her egg rolls. You ate my egg rolls.
Forget about it. Yeah. I can't go near the egg rolls. She'll come out like mother frickin' Jackie Chan, be karate chopping me all over the joint, man.
Wow.
I'll get one of them. I'll go get a Taco Bell egg roll with steak and shit,
Something like that. Now I want to talk about the what do you call that? That there's a lot of you've noticed that lately in the news, a lot of big companies laying off people and firing people and all that. Yeah, I ran into this. Yeah, I ran into this article about the sports and NFL is actually letting go people that so-called that they don't use, like extra kickers and all that. Can you touch up on that? In NFL, do we have to bail them out too, or what?
I'm not surprised at this kind of stuff. Like, I briefly went through the sports, so I missed that particular article. But, it's going to come down to, like, we're going to have, like, 4 kickers in the league, and they're just going to 5 different games on Sunday and Monday. Everybody's going to hire, wait, I got to get to Kansas City for an extra point. Come on, let's go.
We all get to share this 4 kickers, and hopefully
games. They're going on 2 games, a season, and then the games will be like 7 hours long. So it's like 6 hours long now with their head in the little screen there to figure out if the guy stepped out of bounds or not. It's a game over with. Like, I'm a huge Steeler fan. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, and I'm having a really good season. You have the last ranked offense in football and the first-ranked defense.
Right.
So if anybody puts the over and under at like 47, they're on crack.
You got to be doing something drugs, something big. Oh man. No, I would move on the. Now I was reading this articles about how McDonald's taking a shot of Starbucks, because McDonald's apparently put up an ad out there, like a billboard ad, saying that $4 is dumb. It's actually superimposed in their billboards. $4 is dumb now, and because McDonald's is now serving espresso. Now, do you think this is like a shot of the Starbucks because McDonald's is just going down the drain? What do you think on that?
Oh, no. I don't think McDonald's will ever go down the drain.
I don't think they're moving anywhere.
Oh, there's a big M on the freaking moon right now. I mean, they're going to be there before the colonies. You know what I mean? Like, all they're doing is telling people, hey, look, you don't need to spend $7.96 for a coffee. Come to McDonald's where you'll spend $5.84.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's $4 for coffee or espresso.
McDonald's.
Though, yeah.
I remember McDonald's. You had a 5-spot. You could get lunch.
Right.
I get a half a combo.
There you go. That's like number one or something like that, like a Big Mac.
It's the kids' meal.
Yeah. No. I actually
I got a hamburger that's the same size as my pickle. How about that?
For 99 cents. Now the Starbucks is actually accusing them of kind of degrading them, and the billboard actually the billboard placement was done because they said they picked the high visibility locations, and it's over in Seattle, and there's 140 billboards actually that insult Starbucks that have gone in Western Washington State and all that stuff. Now they're thinking about. Now I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think do you think Starbucks would have the right to maybe sue the McDonald's for that?
I'm kind of getting the drift of what you're saying, but does the sign specifically say Starbucks on it?
No.
Then they got nothing to worry about.
But actually the Starbucks is saying serving espresso, or at least
you know what? They could have put a sign up there that said. They could have put a sign up there that said Star Doze or Star Bob. It doesn't matter.
It's Star
You got to change it one letter. You know what I mean?
Right. Or our coffee's better than Starfish or something like that. That would work. Like, wait a minute.
Our coffee's better than Chicken of the Sea.
It's like, yeah. That would be, that's just, I don't think they're going to have a case for that. And, good luck with them,
Yeah, Starbucks charges way too much. It is good it's great coffee,
Right,
I love coffee. It's a good brand. And I think McDonald's has really good coffee. They do. They have really good coffee. But I remember, I used to own a cafe in San Francisco.
Okay.
When I first went to San Francisco from Pittsburgh, my first job was making espresso coffees at a cafe, and and I never Pittsburgh. Coffee was free dried. What was on the table. When I went to California, it was almost like this coffee revolution. 5:30 in the morning, there's 18, 20 people standing outside in line waiting to get a coffee. I was going nuts. And then I acquired a taste for it, and ended up doing a little store with my half brothers.
That's actually coffee is actually taking there's a lot of there's coffee right now that you can supposedly lose weight when you drink coffee, and there's all kind of flavored coffee. I was watching the Travel Channel just the other day. Actually, coffee in Africa, so people I think put salt in it and put butter in their coffee. And I'm like, wow,
that's what I need, butter in my coffee. That's why I have a stick of butter just to suck on all day long. What do you mean? Oh, that's a butter stick.
just put something in there and everything. It just, I don't know, butter. Gee, come on. Man, it must be parquet or something.
Oh my
something
God.
is not butter.
Butter and coffee. I don't know, but coffee's pretty expensive, so I wouldn't put in it with butter. But see, I live by myself, and it's usually I got cereal, but I ain't got no milk. Or I got coffee, but I ain't got no cream. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always have one or the other laying around. I always have to go run around. I buy per day what I'm going to eat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes if I go out to eat or basically stop day at a time.
Yeah, that's just now. Let's switch the topic right now. I mean, this I'm reading this article again about Michael Vick. You know, the headquarters of Michael Vick's dog fighting operation went on the. It's actually an auction again. I mean, I know that you're a big eBay fan and you auction all that kind of big property, but would you auction that? I mean, would you like bid on that if you had
But what are they bidding on exactly?
It's the property. It's the
property that he had to. Hey, you know what? As long as it's not Michael Vick making the money, go for it. This guy, you know what? I don't think the NFL has to have in a company. Let me just ask you this: in any company, maybe, I don't know, but these guys are pretty stupid. I mean, how can you have somebody working for you that is that stupid? You know, they're eventually going to self-implode like Plexico burrs. Now,
right. With the gun, yeah.
Being a comedian, and one of my ex-managers owned a restaurant next to a few of the Steelers where they lived in the city of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I was there all the time, and these guys, they were regular customers. It was an island that was a boat marina that was kind of private, so they had nowhere else to go to eat, so they just walked right over. Plexico never struck me as a let's just say the brainy type.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's like,
you have a situation when they're drunk, and you know how dumb people get when they drink. This guy had a mind of a bowling ball. Like, when you talk to him, you couldn't even understand what he said. He was like an 80-year-old wino. As soon as I know that, motherfucker.
Jesus. Yeah, he's pretty much doesn't really think what's between the different
his ears.
And yeah, he's just like, what? Let's just put this gun in my waist. So
I'm going to carry a loaded weapon, and then I'm going to play with it while it's in my pocket, like it's my private parts. Like I'm going to play with my private parts in one pocket and play with the gun in the other pocket.
Right. So
shoots himself in the leg in a crowded bar. This guy, man, there's some people out there, bro. You shouldn't alcohol is a poison to them. And they get alcohol in them, they turn into Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right.
And they turn into complete morons. Don't give these people alcohol. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're not supposed. Yeah, let's just get those guys out of the alcohol or drugs or anything like that that can hurt himself. Because he must have taken lots of hits, Lots of hits.
I love the lady that sued the bar and the bartender for catching her on fire.
Huh? Where'd you?
The guy would take a shot of 151 and, have like a lighter, and then he would...
Yeah, like he would...
kind of fire. Well, this lady's leaning all over the bar like 1 foot from his mouth.
Right, did she win?
Come on.
Oh.
You guys been doing it all night. Like, you can't figure out that this shit burns.
How stupid are you? Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I will get burned one of these days.
You know what I mean? You don't go and, get so close to the fireplace that you stick your face on a hot log.
You just don't. He's just like you don't really pee in a live barbed wire anymore because that's like the thing is old. It's like you don't eat you don't see any kids like eating yellow snow anymore. like when I was,
oh, you got
just like that.
You ate yellow snow.
Yeah, I've had that before, and it didn't taste good.
Oh man, that's pretty terrible. You Mexicans are crazy.
Actually, the wrong side of Mexico. We're in the Pacific one. We're Filipinos.
Where are you from?
Philippines.
Oh, you're a flip. Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Oh, I love it. They're great.
That's right.
Let's hop a little bit. They're making for a great company. I'm just teasing you, bro.
Right. That's okay. So let's go politics, shall we? Now you've heard news, and you've probably seen the news about that. Governor Blagojevich is trying to auction off Barack Obama's seat. Yeah. I mean, you can really tell. I mean, that's like in Chicago and Illinois. I mean, is that all of them a good thing? Is a bad thing coming out in Illinois? I mean, I know that the president-elect Obama is kind of trying to distance himself from that's what's going on, and he said he's gonna have his panel investigate and everything like that. Now, I mean, what is this Blagojevich thinking?
This goes to show you how out of touch that our government has pulled away from the people.
Exactly.
I mean, we do not have good men anymore running this country.
Where's the noble man now?
We have short order cooks and embezzlers, and I mean, basically, I would rather have a short order cook right out of the kitchen running this country more than these guys are just they're corrupt. I mean, put it this way. A politician, all those guys, they do not have to pay for their own gas to go someplace. They don't pay for their own car. They don't pay for
whether to fly a plane or not. They don't. Yeah, you're right. They don't.
They don't even pay for their own lunch. They don't pay for their own dinners. We pay for all of it. And what do? We keep putting the same congressman in office for 50 years. He's been living off of us for 50 years, ain't done a thing. And then they walk around, they got 6 bodyguards. For what? No one knows who he is. He's 90 anyways. He's going to pass out and die any minute. Are you kidding me? We're still pumping. They don't pay for health care. I mean, my God, that's like me owning a business and giving my employees, here, take my car. Here, have it. You need a day off paid? Sure, go ahead. Hey, let me pick up your lunch on your day off for your family. I mean, that's ridiculous. How come we're in debt? That's why we're in debt. If they all had to pay for their own cost of living, and they already make a pretty good salary, I bet we'd have health care for everybody, or we wouldn't be in the position that we are. I don't get it. People just they amaze me. They vote for people because they're good looking. They vote for people because they're black. They vote for people because they're white. They vote for people because they don't look at and research and say, what is this guy's record? What does he do? I mean, even in football, they've been taping that kid since high school. They know everything he's going to do, even though they're pretty stupid on their they should have an SAT test. But other than that, they're doing how a company makes money, not loses it.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're talking about that Obama smoke now, right? I mean, can he even? I mean, can he smoke in the White House? Is there something? I mean, I know he's going to be in the White House and everything. Can he really do that? Is he going to really set a bad example?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Why? I mean, come on. Let's not get so politically correct that the president can't smoke in his own house.
Well, if he can get something under, done some underneath the Oval Office.
You know what though? I mean, let's take a vote on it as a country.
Right. Let's just do it.
I mean, we are now subject. I'm a smoker. I'm smoking right now.
Right.
I can speak. I could see, people in restaurants not wanting to smell cigarette smoke. I agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
On buses or cars or movie theaters where you're subjecting somebody else. But to have an open stadium in the ballpark, are you kidding me?
Right.
All right. Or in a bar where people are consuming alcohol to the point of mental deconstruction. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That doesn't make sense to me. Don't go to a bar. You know what I'm saying? Drink at home. You don't smell smoke. I mean, it's a bar. We are there to corrupt and, corrupt every moral that we have. We get drunk, watch wet T-shirt contests, snort lines off the toilet seat. Yes, please, have a cigarette.
Yeah, you can't really. And you can't smoke. Yeah, you can do all that stuff in there, but you can't. No light a cigarette? No, you got to go outside. Yeah.
Go outside next to the toxic waste dump out there at 4 degrees below zero and have your cigarette.
Yeah, that's the double standard going on in there. Oh, boy. Let's switch the topics over here real quick. I ran into this article about the Canadian man apparently unable to find a perfect woman or a girlfriend, and he's a what do you call it? He's really a bright guy. He builds stuff, and he's like a software engineer and all that. His name is Lee Trung. I don't know. He's got to be like Chinese or Japanese or one of those. He's a 33-year-old, and get this, he's a software engineer. He lives with his parents, and guess what? He built a 5-foot-tall robot for his girlfriend, an android. Actually, this android can recognize faces. So he can identify medications. He can even butter your toast if you want him to. Not only that, he speaks in both English and there you go, Japanese, and also Vietnamese and all that. She can also read. I mean, this is like a 5-foot, your own very own girlfriend. You want me to do it? If you want her to shut up, I mean, she shuts up. that's a perfect thing over here. What do you think? What do you think on that? Do you think you would pay $20,000 to get a girlfriend like Aiko?
Well, my first question is the sex good?
Well, that's yeah.
Because if this robot is enable him to have a healthy sex life, we'll say. I say that sounds like a perfect woman to me. I'm divorced, and I have a son. He's 13. I still love my wife. I mean, she's the mother of my son. But sometimes people just can't get along. No matter what you do. And you're just you fight, and you get to the point where you're doing more fighting than than not. We were married 10 years. I got my own bedroom after the first year.
Okay.
That helped, to keep the marriage going for a little while longer anyway.
So you're like, yeah.
I honestly, I mean, everybody got their own idea of what love is, and I would be happy to marry Chin Lovely or whatever his name is, considering he's got a lot of money and still lives with his parents. I'm in, You can marry me. I'll hang out with Chin Lovely in Canada. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, robot, and actually, they're taking over. I mean, there's Android now that like sitter, like they can babysit your kids, and it's Android now, and I think what they're aiming for this one is to like a love partner. Even though this guy is the guy that invented the robot's name's Aiko. According to him, is still a virgin, and no, he do not sleep with her because this is I guess is it's not according to his policy. So I don't know, but they're aiming to this is aimed for a partner. If you want to buy your own partners actually, you can do that. I mean, the little thing. I mean, it's like a 5-foot thing, and it sits in a wheelchair, and then he talks like like Arnold Schwarzenegger from the from the Terminator 1.
I mean, how does he? I mean, it's just something to have around the house, or is he putting a dress on it and lipstick? You know what I mean? I mean, how far does this thing go? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a people person. If I'm gonna have sex, hopefully it's with a woman and she's human. That's pretty much, and that's pretty much my guideline.
I'm a people person too. That's I mean, with that robot thing, I don't know. You don't want to get your thingy caught in there.
I mean, I need contact with people. I like saying hello to the mailman every day, or to or on a rock to the paper boy. You know what I mean? I love that kind of stuff. Yell at you once in a while. Tell you. You always know who like the two-faced neighbor is. Like. Every time she sees you, she waves, hello, how you doing? And as soon as the lights go out, she's calling the police. Oh, yeah, over there. Having a hard day. I got what's wrong? So, that kind of stuff. But, I love people. I have a lot of great people in my life that have helped me, in a lot of different ways, and I appreciate that, and I love everybody's personality. I think that's what that's what it is. It's people and contact, and I haven't really been doing the Christmas thing in the past few years, but this year I'm going to spend some time with my brother and his family, my nieces and my nephew, and so that's nice, Christmas tree. It's all about the kids, so right. But there's a lot of things that bug me about Christmas. I mean, everybody's heard of the, I've been listening to frickin' Jingle Bells since Halloween. I mean, come on, isn't that a bit much?
Oh man!
I've listened to Jingle Bells so many times. I want to actually kill somebody with a bell. You know what I mean? And I love the Christmas shopping attitude. I got an 80-year-old lady hit me like a linebacker to get to the last sale on socks. I'm like, hey, who is this? James Harrison? Come on, lady. I don't want your socks. You don't even know where I'm going. I'm going after the underwear, not the socks.
Right.
And then the greatest thing is when you have 600 people in line, and now it's time for the register change, for the shift change.
Okay.
And it's like no one knows how to get the computer back to start again.
Right.
Oh, my God. Because I'm an idiot, and I think, I don't need a buggy. I can just carry everything. I'm sweating blood out of my eyes trying to hold this stuff for 9 hours in the line. And then the lady in front of me has got 104 things in the 10 items or less line.
Yeah. Did you? So you did your Black Friday shopping thing? Did you go to Black Friday?
Oh no, I would never go that. That right there. If I go shopping on Black Friday, it's with a camera to entertain myself through the holidays. One guy actually got trampled.
Yeah, the one died in New York. Man.
In the frickin' Target. Are you kidding me?
They're animals. They just.
Oh my God! I'm getting $3 off of a video game for a nephew I never met, so I'm gonna stand out here at 4 degrees on Thanksgiving while I'm throwing up too much turkey that I hate. Are you kidding me?
It's just Yeah, there are a lot of people complain about they didn't get their, they didn't get their big screen TV, they didn't get their Xbox. People are like complaining because of the line. I mean,
right?
Come on.
Yeah, because like let's not do any shopping until that day, so we know for sure we're not going to get it. So let's pray around the table, and like prayers have changed around the Thanksgiving table. Now it's like, dear Lord, thank you for this food. Please give us enough time to get in a good spot at Target so I can get that sale. Please let the credit card work real fast.
Right.
Amen.
And then let's go shopping or let's go to sleep so we can get up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and go shopping in the morning.
Well, actually, I tell you what, not even pretty soon. I would not be surprised if people were in campers in the parking lot of Kmart on Thanksgiving evening, having their Thanksgiving dinner in the camper, in line, on Thanksgiving, waiting for tomorrow.
That's just to say. I mean,
No, it is. It's got ridiculous. I mean, come on, it's
yeah.
I mean, and the economy, the economy's bad because people are buying more food. You get fatter when you're poor.
Exactly.
It's fatter when you're poor. So now we're giving gifts of ham and and legs, and I mean, we're getting food items for gifts now because that's dinner tomorrow. So.
So they just,
and I remember back in when I was growing up, and we didn't really. I mean, we weren't rich. I mean, everybody was in the same boat, but we didn't have hot water, so we had to boil water on the stove in order to take a bath. And I remember when we would get food for Christmas. It was socks, underwear, and food. That was it. You got one toy, you know what I mean? You got one toy that you had to share between 3 people, This year we got Monopoly. Hopefully next year someone will forget Monopoly. I wanted a football. I was about 8 years old, and I wanted a football. I wanted a football bad. And every day, I guess, from Thanksgiving on, oh, man. Come on, I really want a football. I want a football. I want my own football. I want NFL football, please. Just one football.
You're right,
so
Santa.
Christmas morning comes, and there's a package under the tree, and it's round, and it's under the table, under the tree, and I'm like, I got my football. I got it. Thank Santa Claus, God, St. Nicholas, whoever took care of this, thank you. Right. So I run under, and I start hurriedly just ripping the package up. Here it was a ham.
It was at least cooked ham? Is that
it was a fully cooked, armored ham.
You thought it was a football?
my buddies ran outside, kicked the hammer on for a little while, played Thumbelina, then came in and had ham sandwiches for lunch.
It's just too funny. Let's take a caller over here. We have caller number 2. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello there. What do you got?
Sorry. I'm just calling in to comment on your stuff you're talking about.
Okay. We have Billy Braddock on the show today.
I heard that.
What's your name?
I'm Frodo's wife.
Okay.
I do have a wife.
Well, that is a strange name, but go ahead.
I'm done. Are you going to be playing over here at the Dells Comedy Club?
Right now I'm in the works of maybe starting something in January or February. But for right now, it's pretty booked up. Plus, it's the time of the season when when it kind of isn't very crowded. So we have to do some marketing stuff on that.
Okay. Do you have Fernando being your social networking marketer?
We have. We're talking to someone right now as we speak to start doing some new stuff. So, come January, February, we're the website back up, and right now I was just more concentrating on writing. But I'm going to start in February. I think by St. Patrick's Day I should be fully back on the road and doing that kind of thing.
So I heard you say we. So does that mean you're married, or you have like married?
No, I just meant like
okay.
manager and with people that I got working.
Okay, all right. So there was a comment I wanted to comment on earlier that you were talking. Oh, I don't remember what it was, but I don't think that's a good thing of Obama. Well, I mean he's a president, so we're not supposed to talk bad about him, but.
Oh, sure you are. That's why he's the president.
Hopefully he stops smoking.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like if he,
like I said though, it's like anything, like it's his house right now, so let him smoke, if he wants to. But like you said, it's it's probably not good for him. But you know what? If anybody needs to smoke, it's probably a guy that's been attempted assassination 7 times already. So I would think the cigarette really is going to make much of a difference.
What did you say?
Well, I read the internet that there was already attempts on his life.
Oh, was
so that's as far as people talk, people gossip, and if that's true, which God, I hope it's not. I don't think cigarettes he's too much worried about.
Right. Yeah. He's worried about a lot of things. I mean, that's why he doubled the security in his cabinet and all that. So he's not worried about like dying from cancer. I don't think so. So he's worried about something else.
Yeah.
I was just if Fernando, the head of our household, started like doing lots of stuff, that would like maybe we'd think it's okay to do that stuff too.
So you're trying to say that he's setting that he's supposed to put himself in higher standard, but again, Obama's not, although other people think that he's not a human, he's God, he is human. He's bound to get tempted, like smoking, to get addiction on the smoke and caffeine, nicotine and whatnot, whatever, is being human. He is, he's just human. He wants to smoke. The thing is, if Don, you're trying to say, he should set himself up. It's not. If you compare that to what Bill Clinton did, to smoking, I think I would. Would you agree, Billy?
Personally, I think that what I think smoking's a lot worse than what. What Clinton did, every president back to Washington himself has done. Probably give or take 1 or 2 really bad-looking ones or a crippled one, but they're all philanthropy. You know what I mean? They
right.
They all
just happen to be they got exposed. You're probably saying that he
right. But I do agree with the caller that you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I agree with you that a role model is important. We have so few. We used to be able to look up the sports figures, which I wouldn't let. Unless I'm watching football game, I could care less what these guys, personal lives are.
They're talking about like Jose Canseco.
Well, or Michael Vick or Plexico Burns. Come on, the list goes on. And Jones, he can't even play a game. The only one I ever had respect for was Ricky Williams and what he did,
Right,
pot is not an enhanced performance drug, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
He's not going to, be indestructible smoking pot. But then again, there is a guidelines which when I work part-time, so, and my job has a drug policy which I have to follow in order to keep my job. So, not that I would anyway, but, the point is, if your job has, you know, a drug policy, then, you know, if you want to work, you have to follow it. I mean, you got to follow the rules, you know.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like back in the day when I was a teenager, you know, that they wanted to do a random test on me, and I'm like, you know, I'm not really good in tests. You know, I told them that, you know, that you know, you're gonna give me a couple of weeks so I can review on that. I'm not into an open test or anything like that. So they fired me.
Oh, I was the worst in school. I was the worst. I was smoking when I was 7. So, I mean, in third grade, I'm getting beat with a Hot Wheel track, you know. You see, school was, like, definitely not on my mind. I have had a very, you know, independent childhood, should I say.
Right. You pretty much like driving by the time you were 10, or what? Did you have your own car?
No, I wasn't driving, but you know, I was doing pretty much everything else. I actually had a job when I was 8, and actually I did. I had a job when I was 8 years old, setting up bowling pins for for 10 cents a game.
Wow.
So I would make about $1.50 on a Friday or Saturday night. And then my sister would bring her biker boyfriend in, and they would take 45 cents off me for a pack of cigarettes or a quart of beer every Friday.
So your sister was like, what, 12?
About 13.
I'm sorry.
No, she was. She was probably 12 or 13, man, right on the nose.
Like your friend, oh man,
I'm not kidding you. You know.
Yeah.
So it was quite. You know, I mean, I did every job I could find at that age. 9, 10, I would clean up the Little League field after the game was over. I'd pick up the popcorn bags and stuff. I'd make $5 there. My Little League career was very short. I got my green uniform first day, and I had bright red Converse tennis shoes.
Okay.
And it looked like there was 2 tomatoes stuck to my feet as I walked down the street. I was as round as I was tall.
Wow.
So they put me in, you know how you're supposed to put the guys that suck in right field?
Right.
Well, they put me in left field.
Okay.
First inning, first batter, ball's hit to me, hits me off my forehead, bounces over the home run.
Wow.
So what happened there? I mean,
so I was the first one out. I got to the plate. Shoot, strike 1. Shoot, strike 2. Shoot, strike 3. You're out. I was like, hey, man, you didn't even give me a chance to swing. I'm like, I wasn't even ready. I was mad. And that was it. So I went and sold raffle tickets for my team. So I sold and the thing was, the person who won the raffle, they would get a brand new air conditioner. Okay?
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
And we're talking in the 70s. You know, this is bigger than the microwave. You know what I mean?
Have an air conditioner.
It like cooled off your closet.
Right.
Hey, you hot? Go in the closet.
Yep.
Hey, if you're hot, go sit in the closet for a while. So,
So what happened there? Were you able to get it?
And I sold the winning ticket to Mr. Bandic. He owned a store up the street, and selling the winning ticket, I was supposed to get a brand new Huffy bike, and I was stoked about it. I mean, this was it. I'm getting it because they had the bike on display, like for a whole month. You know what I mean? At the Little League. You know, the winner is going to win this bike. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have a bike. This was it, you know. And I sold the winning ticket, and here the president of the league took the bike and gave me his son's bike that was all beat up with no brakes and a rusty chain.
So you got ripped off. I mean,
I got ripped off, and like, you know, I didn't have no dad or nothing. Nobody could come down and beat the crap out of the guy for the bike. You know what I mean? So I was down there every day going, man, you stole my bike, man. You stole my bike. He stole my bike. Anybody that would listen to me, I said, he stole my bike. He stole my bike. I playing baseball and everything.
Is that like right after when you you started up on smoking, or because you're probably under a lot of stress, you know? That's like a 8-year-old. You know? It's like, you know, you're thinking, hey, I'm 8 years old, I'm under a lot of stress, I have no bike. Hey, you know, here's the cigarette.
Dad, I got no bike. Ain't that a shame? And I used to tell him too, hey man, if I had a dad, your ass would be kicked, dude. That's it. You're lucky.
You're lucky. Oh man, that's just funny.
And then it was like, get out of here, kid. You bug me.
So
they used to say everything back then when I was growing up. Every parent, every adult, every sentence ended with, "Shut up, kid. It'll make a man out of you." Hey, I have this lawn dart stuck in my brain. Can you please pull it out? Don't worry, kid. Shut up, you quit complaining. It'll make a man out of you.
It's a huge done, you know. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. No, I hear that you grew up with how many brother and sister? How many siblings do you have?
I had, when I first, it's kind of strange. My grandmother raised me. My mother passed away when I was 1. I had already had sisters. And my father had left while she was pregnant, but I was always told he was dead. Your dad's dead. Dad, don't worry about it. Shut up. It'll make a man out of you. Okay. Quit complaining. So why? Half the people in the world ain't got dad. Shut up. Look at all the black people. None of them got dad. So
pretty much like grew up without a dad and mom and dad. He's like your mom never told you like he's on vacation or never made up anything like that.
No, she passed away when I was 1 year old. So if she did.
What about your grandmother? What about your grandmother?
My grandmother used to just, not answer. You know what I mean? He's dead. Shut up. Eat your halushki and go to bed.
So every time you just like starting to ask questions, it's just every time you should be like, shut up.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. She's boiling water on the stove, for God's sake. You think she wants to hear about the old man who... No, he's dead. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have a website? We got about maybe 60 seconds over here. Do you have a website or email that people can reach you at?
You can email me. Right now, my website's down. It's under construction, like all the roads in the winter. You can email me. I'll answer as many as I can. It's all lowercase. Billy Braddock @yahoo.com.
Okay. So Billy Braddock @yahoo.com, and once again, thanks for coming up, man. We're running out of time. Thanks for being in my show, and I'll get that.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I just want to wish everybody out there and their families a great holiday season, and I hope everybody gets what they want. And thank you, Fernando. You're a great interviewer, and I hope to talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, man. We'll see you later.
Okay, Fernando. Have a good night.
Thanks. You too. Bye. All right, this show is brought to you by shopinsuperhighway.com. If you need to shop online, you go to shopinsuperhighway.com, and that was Billy Braddock, and you can email him at bbillybraddock, that's BARDOCK at yahoo.com. He is a comedian, and we'll see you later, or look at my page here, and his email will be on it. All right, thanks a lot, and thanks for listening once again.